Beside Max, Trevor discovers his final journal entries. The grief turns to pure panic as Trevor reads the warnings written on the pages. The surrounding magma chambers are shifting, and the internal temperature of this ecosystem is steadily climbing toward a lethal 135 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 degrees Celsius. Max's notes state they have less than 48 hours to cross a vast subterranean ocean and reach a legendary geyser, their only ticket back to the surface, before the water completely evaporates and they are baked alive. With the clock ticking and the heat visibly rising, the trio aggressively gathers timber to build a sturdy, makeshift sailing raft. They launch into the vast, eerie subterranean ocean, navigating waters that have remained undisturbed for millions of years. Deep into the crossing, the calm waters suddenly erupt into an absolute war zone. They are attacked by a school of Xiphactinus, ancient, giant predatory fish with terrifying jaws, accompanied by swarms of massive, flying prehistoric piranhas that launch themselves out of the air like organic missiles. Trevor and Hannah defend the raft using heavy wooden oars as makeshift baseball bats, swatting the vicious creatures away in a desperate bid for survival. The bloody feeding frenzy attracts even larger apex predators as a pod of long-necked Elasmosaurus surfaces, thrashing through the waters and devouring the giant fish whole. The violent thrashing creates a massive localized squall. The raft's sail tears loose in the gale force winds. Shawn bravely lunges forward to secure the sail, but a violent updraft catches the canvas, ripping the boy off the deck and lifting him high into the stormy sky. Trevor screams in agony as he watches his nephew get dragged away into the dark, entirely separated from them on the opposite end of the sea. Waking up, bruised and alone on a bizarre, desolate shoreline, Shawn finds himself completely isolated. However, he is not entirely unaccompanied. A tiny, glowing, bioluminescent bird, a species thought to be extinct for millennia, flutters down to him. Recognizing the bird as a friendly guide that has followed them since their arrival, Shawn decides to follow it through a surreal canyon characterized by a powerful, localized magnetic field. Here, giant rocks float suspended mid-air, defying gravity. Shawn is forced to play a high-stakes game of hopscotch, leaping from one floating, unstable boulder to another over a deadly abyss. Meanwhile, miles away, Trevor and Hannah successfully make landfall and begin a frantic search for the boy, with Trevor pushing through patches of sentient, man-eating plants to clear a path. Shawn manages to cross the magnetic fields, but his relief is cut short when he wanders into a barren, bone-chilled valley. A thick, hot liquid drops onto his shoulder from above. Looking up in absolute horror, Shawn comes face to face with a terrifying, colossal albino Giganotosaurus. The massive dinosaur roars, its teeth bared, and chases Shawn across the rocky plains. Just as the dinosaur corners the terrified teenager, Trevor bursts from the jungle, drawing the beast's aggressive attention onto himself. Trevor desperately lures the monster onto another hidden field of fragile muscovite rock. The trap works perfectly. The dinosaur's immense weight shatters the crystal floor, and the beast plunges to its doom, leaving uncle and nephew to embrace in an emotional reunion. Time has officially run out. The temperature is unbearable, and rivers of glowing red magma are actively spilling into the cavern. Trevor and Shawn sprint to the designated escape coordinates, where they find Hannah waiting for them. She has resourcefully constructed a small boat using the hollowed-out skull of a dead Tyrannosaurus Rex. They paddle furiously to the site of the geyser, but their hearts sink when they realize the geyser vent is completely bone dry. The vital water reservoir is trapped directly behind a solid wall of magnesium rock. Thinking fast as the magma rises to touch the edges of their skull boat, Trevor realizes they need a massive spark. He strikes his emergency flare and hurls it directly at the magnesium wall. The chemical reaction is instantaneous and highly volatile. The wall explodes, causing the cold water to violently collide with the superheated magma underneath. The resulting buildup of steam pressure is astronomical. The extreme force traps their dinosaur skull vessel and launches it straight up the volcanic chimney like a high-velocity missile. They blast through the crust of the earth, erupting directly out of the top of Mount Vesuvius in southern Italy. The skullboat slides violently down a sun-drenched Italian hillside, destroying a local vineyard before crashing to a halt. The angry vineyard owner storms over to demand payment for the damage, but Shawn calmly reaches into his pockets and hands the bewildered farmer one of the massive diamonds he smuggled from the mine. The film concludes back in Boston, where Trevor uses the remaining diamonds to fully fund Max's old laboratory, ensuring his brother's legacy lives on forever, while Shawn looks forward to his next great adventure with his uncle.